Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading. Anastasia here, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming month of August 2026. Now, Gemini, this will be an epic month with some really powerful cosmic shifts because we're entering the eclipse season. We actually have two eclipses this month. The total solar eclipse, or the new moon, in the sign of Leo, happening on August 12th. This touches your third house in astrology that deals with growth, learning, expansion, networking, seeking more opportunities, seeking something adventurous. Definitely all about expansion. And then once we enter the Virgo season on August 22nd, that's touching your fourth house of home space, stability, family. Then we have the lunar eclipse in Pisces. That will be happening on August 27th. All right, so the lunar eclipse in Pisces is the full moon on steroids, okay? And this one, because it's in Pisces, it really will ask you to surrender what you cannot control, release anything that's holding you back. And Pisces is a really emotional, subconscious kind of energy there. Now, for you, Pisces touches your 10th house. So this deals with your professional development, growth, your reputation. So maybe there's something here that you need to let go that has been stagnant in your life. Maybe some of you are thinking about making a huge career change. Yeah, we'll see what else shows up for you here, but this month is pretty epic. Consider it a month of fated endings and fated beginnings. All right. Well, Gemini, let's get started. I want to mention that, let's see, Venus in the beginning of the month will be entering Libra on August 6th. This is a very good energy for relationships here. Okay, so I love this here. And until, I would say, August 11th, things will go pretty smoothly there with relationships. And then Mars enters Cancer, and that could be a little passive-aggressive energy there. But anyway, I feel like this month will bring something exciting for you. Let's get started. Let's see what all shows up here for you. And I will list the main dates, astrological events and such in the pinned comment of this video in case you're interested. Okay? All right. I should have already cleared the deck here. Hold on. Did I clear the deck or no? I feel like I've been talking and getting distracted. Okay. Let me do this here real quick. Gemini. Let's begin this reading for Gemini, August 2026. Most important. Ooh, see, I'm not all together today. I do want to mention to you that I drew a main energy card, the main energy card that you received, not once but twice actually, because I looked at it and then I put it back and then reshuffled, and the same card came out again, telling me, Anastasia, that's what you need. That's what Gemini needs to hear. Okay. It says deliberation. And this is number 10. We have some big birds migrating here, or what looks like storks maybe. So to me, this says deliberating some kind of a big change in your life, thinking something over, maybe needing to make a decision here this month. At the feet of Lao Tzu in China, it says. Maybe China has some kind of an important meaning to you. All right. There's a great value in being deliberate with the decisions that you make in life. Of course, there are situations that call for spontaneity and making choices on instinct, but there are other times when it's important to think long and hard about what's ahead. This card is assigned to not make any decision without thinking through every aspect of what that choice will entail. If there are two paths ahead, one complex and one simple, choose the simple one, it says. Interesting. If someone wants a quick decision from you, graciously decline until you have had time to deliberate. There's a place within you that always knows what's true for you. Take time in silence, stillness, and meditation to discern how you want to proceed. This card can indicate a need for authenticity in your life, and that's not news since we just had the full moon in Aquarius at the end of July, And this is the era of Aquarius. So yes, you want some authenticity in your life. And you need to follow your inner voice. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. If there's anything or anyone in your life that doesn't feel authentic, it is time to release that situation or person. Okay, so yes, this is a important message I feel for you here, Gemini. Okay, let's begin your reading. All right, we will start with some Lenormand messages for you here. Let's go. Most important messages for Gemini for August 2026. Okay, we have the gentleman here. We have the letter. So some kind of news and information, possibly associated with this masculine energy in your life. Okay, possibly also paperwork, documents, some kind of writing as well. But let's get the whole spread first and see what all shows up here for you. Gemini, we have, labyrinth. Now, this is definitely a card of a maze, right? Needing to figure something out. Okay. We have the lady. Ooh, okay. Let's see what else here for you, Gemini. We have the heart. Okay. We have the lilies. I just heard the heart wants what the heart wants. The heart wants what the heart wants. I don't know why. Okay, let's see what else here for Gemini in August. We have the mice here, and let's get one more. And we have masks. Interesting. Okay. I'm definitely seeing a situation where you are not liking the inauthentic people and situations in your life. You have the mice and the masks. This is kind of a pointing to having, concerns or worries or even anxieties surrounding something deceitful, or people who are like, dishonest, something, who are not authentic, who are two-faced, something like that. I feel you also are not happy being inauthentic in some sort of a situation. You want to be following your truth, saying your truth. You want to maybe say your truth. I don't know. This is interesting. I feel like holding your truth back is not healthy for you. For some reason, this is coming through here. And especially right next to lilies, in whichever capacity. Could this be regarding a relationship for you? Yes, sure. You do have the heart at the heart of the spread, literally. But this also is something you desire, passion, an interest. And with the lilies right next to it, this is something like a life purpose, something you truly want to do, someone you truly want to be with long term, something like that here. And again, the heart wants what the heart wants, and maybe you've been keeping some of it secret, or maybe it's just been difficult to be authentic. But I think you are going to do that, and I feel like the lunar eclipse in Pisces is going to urge you to do that as well. That's the time to really release anything that doesn't serve you. Okay? All right, well, let's start from the beginning. You do have the gentleman and the letter over here, and this is obviously about some sort of communication. Documents, paperwork, something maybe even legal here. He looks to me like some kind of a, very like a businessman, or someone who's like a boss energy here, who's got a lot of experience. But I mean, could be really anyone. So you could be dealing with another person, maybe discussing some kind of legalities here. You could be receiving some kind of, news from this person. Okay, and then you have the labyrinth and the lady. Interesting. It feels to me like there is a dilemma here. It's like you're trying to solve some kind of a puzzle, get to the bottom of something, figure something out. Maybe you've been trying to figure it out for a while here, but definitely deliberation here, trying to consider your options, find a solution, things like that here. Okay, and then you have the heart and the lilies, which is definitely following your heart in a relationship or in your, um, career, your life purpose, that sort of thing. And with the mice and the masks I mentioned, this could be something like you either are afraid, maybe, or a little bit uncomfortable going into a field where you don't, maybe you don't have enough experience or something like that. And it will feel like an imposter syndrome, something like that, because we have a little bit of anxiety over that, taking on a different role, maybe. But I feel like this is also you kind of definitely going in a different direction, and again, the heart wants what the heart wants. There's no logic to that, I feel like, but you are going to think it over for a long time. There's also a very long-term relationship here forming, or maybe I'm not forming, I should say, perhaps deliberation regarding the long term relationship you have currently in your life, whether it's a romantic one, or this is a business partnership here. I think you do have some kind of situation with the long term commitment in your life currently you're trying to figure out. All right. Well, let's see what else here, Gemini, for you. Let's go. What else is coming up for Gemini? Let's go to the first week of August. Main energy for the first week of August. Okay, we have a Page of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles, this is something new you are dealing with here. Looking into, working on like a newbie, something brand new here, like a brand new pentacle, right? So let's see what this is about. King of Wands. Okay, so there could be a fire sign here, possibly Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius present. Okay, so is this something like an offer coming from this person, or you will be working with this person? But let's see what else here on this. Five of Cups. Okay, some kind of a disappointing energy here. Okay, yeah, it's like there's some kind of a dilemma, or something that you're trying to figure out here, maybe the legalities of something. But the Five of Cups points to that sense of having lost something, or disappointment is something here. Okay, let's see. Are you disappointed in someone? Gemini. Let's see what else here. What do we need to know? We have the Knight of Wands here. Okay. The Knight of Wands almost points to like a decision on impulse. So I don't know if some of you made a decision kind of impulsively and now you have regrets. I don't know why that's coming through, but for some of you that may be the case. Either you or someone else in your life, possibly a fire sign here. Okay. Or maybe you're thinking they are making this decision too fast or something like that. Let's get one more card on this. Yes, you have some confusion about this, uncertainties. So, yeah, there's definitely the moon present. So there may be some things you're missing. Maybe some things are elusive, but something is definitely not what it seems like. The moon always adds a little mystery to everything. So, okay, interesting. Definitely points to this maze and labyrinth you're trying to figure something out here. Okay. But the main energy here is the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is something new. Sometimes it's a student energy too, like something that you have recently started working on, perhaps, or considering here. All right. You or someone else maybe related to you. Okay, let's go to the second week. Second week of August for Gemini, main energy. We have the Lovers. Okay, so there's contemplation here for sure. And then here you have the Lovers. This is you having to make a choice and actually doing it. Now the Lovers usually point to a partnership, a contract. So let's take a look at what else here. What do we need to know on this? Ace of Swords. Information, clarity, you're figuring something out here, okay, with the Ace of Swords, digging to the bottom of things and finding out the truth, making a decision. So definitely a good card to receive here, especially if there was any confusion. We have the Page of Wands. All right, this to me speaks of new potential, excitement, exciting news. Let's see what else here. Three of Cups. Okay. Gemini, this is definitely an energy of, celebration, networking as well. Yeah, this is like growing your network, meeting new people, connecting with new people. There's something about maybe even expanding your family circle for some reason. That's coming through. Or your friendship circle, or your professional, network here. All right. Well, you do have the Lovers and the Ace of Swords. So what can I say? Some of you could definitely, I feel like this is making a decision on some kind of partnership, here. But also there's something about new people entering your life here. Even though we have Ace of Swords, I still think there's some kind of new energy coming in here. Okay, so see how this resonates with you. And we do have the Page of Wands. This could be connected with this Page of Wands here. So yeah, fire energy, but something exciting is happening here for you. See if this speaks to you. All right. The Lovers being the main energy for the second week of August for you points to a major like commitment type here, and you have some sort of network growth, decision, maybe important decision you're making here. All right, this is good. This is good. Let's move on to the third week of August for you. Third week of August for Gemini. Third week of August for Gemini. Most important messages. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, slow and steady wins the race, right? Planning and preparation is one of the messages I'm getting here. Planning and preparation. Like this knight is fully armored. Fully armored. There's not a spot that's not covered. Okay, and then we have a squirrel on top, pointing to, fully prepared for something here. Like you even saved for this or something like that. What do we need to know on this? Hierophant. Okay. Preparing for something. All right. So I'm gonna draw a couple more cards, but the first thing that comes to mind is preparing for something official to start back up, like a back to school energy, that sort of thing, you know? Okay. What else here? Wheel of Fortune. Yes, so for some of you, I'm definitely getting like the cyclical seasons change, you know. We have a Leo on top literally here, so seasons change, and it feels to me like this is right around the time the Virgo season begins, which is a time to get more organized, more disciplined, and you do have this Knight of Pentacles here and the Hierophant. Now, this is a time of changes overall, I feel like, for you here. But you're prepared for this. The Wheel of Fortune definitely points to a turn of the wheel, right? Turn of the season. And the Hierophant points to changes that are happening for you, either professionally. For example, Hierophant could be related to your 9-to-5 job. Okay, so there's something here that's changing. Okay, a new season is beginning. Now, this could be also spiritual, related to some kind of spiritual pursuits you're having here as well. So teaching or learning or as well. So let's get another card for you here on this. Let's get another card for this for Gemini. Oh wow, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this to me feels like you are just taking care of business, you know, doing all the practical things, saving up, preparing. I don't know. This feels to me like the energy of cyclical change is happening. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, so there could be an earth sign like a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo involved here. All right. I'm going to draw one more card. But it's also a very abundant energy here. Okay, this is something that, you know, you feel comfortable here. All right, so there could be some positive changes when it comes to your finances as well and your career here. One more card on this, please. One more card on this for Gemini. Yeah, Two of Wands. Yeah, see, preparations. You're about to walk through these, like this portal of the Two of Wands onto this new path. So, okay. Yes, getting ready for a big change here. Could this be something that you are, you know, like a career path changing for you, some big chapter in life, you know? Maybe this is related to your family as well, since Virgo does fall into your fourth house. Maybe there's some changes in your family happening, and you know, you're excited about this new chapter here. Definitely, I'm seeing the field of education here, just so you know. Possibly field of healthcare or medicine as well. That's coming up too. But this does feel like a week of a big chapter turnover, that sort of thing here. Okay, well, let's keep going. Let's look at the fourth week of August. Fourth week of August, main energy here. Two of Pentacles. This is kind of trying to balance your time, you know, manage your resources wisely. Something about trying to keep it all together. You know, we have the stormy seas here, and he's trying to literally balance with that. So let's take a look at this and see what else shows up here. The Fool. Yeah, so again, it feels to me like you have something going on here, something new, you know. Could there be a second job you pick up, or second activity, something else on your plate here, because you have the Two of Pentacles, you know. This is you picking up something else, and now maybe you have a kind of you need some good time management skills here to manage it all. Okay, but the Fool indicates a brand new journey here. So you do have like a period of preparation, and then boom, we have the Fool here. All right, and let's get some final cards on this. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, lots of choices, lots of options. Having to listen to your heart here, figure out what needs to happen. What are my options and choices? Okay, let's see what else here for you, Gemini. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles asks you for patience, asks you to not rush into anything. You may be in this transitional period still here. You do have something new. If you're deciding still in between two things, I mean, maybe this is this whole month of deliberation, but I still think you are not going to rush into things. Something tells me there was a previous decision you made that you rushed into and now you regret it. And so, this one is you're going to take time to think about, weigh all your options, be very patient, but not go, don't take too long, because the longer we deliberate, the more doubt can settle in here. Okay. So you do have the Fool that points to a new journey. This is your new adventure. So if you do decide to go with this is possibly happening for you at the end of August, maybe even around the full moon in Pisces here. Okay. Now there could be something financial, something regarding your assets, your family, your home, living space. Maybe you're considering buying something, investing in something specific. There's some kind of finances you're counting on here, trying to juggle things, trying to make sure you pay for everything. And but you're buying something new, you're considering something new. And again, I think you are going to have to look at all of your options, and you will have plenty, and you will make a very wise choice here. So a little bit of transitional period is coming here towards the end of this month for you. All right, I like this reading so far. I'm definitely thinking you are making up your mind about something here. So let's draw some oracle cards to finalize this message for you. Let's see what else shows up here for you. Gemini. What's coming up for Gemini? Last week. August 2026. Most important message for Gemini. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so on point. Okay. So, you know how I said you will have options? You will have options. You have an adjacent possibility here appearing. You know how these doors are looking like normal doors? They're just like regular doors along the wall, vertical, However, some doors are not so obvious, and they're not so average, and, they lead to some unusual destinations. And this card points that you will have extra options. There's something here that you haven't considered yet that will open up for you in August. Okay? So look at all of your options. Don't limit yourself here. It says many unconsidered options. Sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options, and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. Again, there's something about maybe, let's say you're looking for a new position, new job, and you've only like searched for certain specific vacancies in a very narrow field, well, widen your search. You know, you may be missing some opportunities. Maybe you want to try doing something completely different. And I mentioned to you doing like, it might feel like an imposter symptom at first, you know, like you're worried you're going to fake it. Well, you will fake it, but you will make it. We all do this as newbies. So I don't know why I had to say that. Also, it says, as you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped in, or even an entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible and willing to take new and different actions. Yes. Okay. Powerful card. I love this for you. Love this for you. Okay. Let's see what else here for Gemini in August 2026. What else is coming up for Gemini? The Temple. The Temple path. Oh. And it's like giving you your answer, like choose the Temple path. Okay, there's a Hierophant here. And I mentioned to you something about spirituality, you know, and something that your heart wants and desires that's been perhaps missing. Okay, let me read about this one. So the Temple path says spiritual purpose and support. Receiving this card represents your own spiritual evolution. The winding path you're on leads to a blessed temple in a lovely garden, symbolizing the spiritual destiny your soul has had in mind for this lifetime. This card upright is here to tell you that what you're going through now is all part of your soul's process. You're on your karmic path and heading in the right direction, and the choices you make now are important for your personal growth and life lessons. The lights around the temple represent the spirit world, your family members and friends, angels and guides, all the loving spirit helpers who long to assist you. Call upon them and be open to their wisdom and inspiration. This is a wonderful, life-expanding time, so keep in mind your personal priorities as well as your spiritual connection. Following your higher intentions will help you move your life forward in dramatic ways, and connecting with spirit and your higher self will have a wonderful influence on all that you experience. I freaking love this message for you here, Gemini. Ooh! Lots of deliberation this month, lots of seeking. But I feel you're going to find the missing puzzle piece here, the answer to your maze, the path out of the labyrinth here. There's something that will, like a key, a path, will be illuminated here for you, okay? Ooh, I have goosebumps right now. It's pretty powerful. And let's get one final card for you here for August. Gemini, most important message for August for Gemini. What do we have? Ritual. Oh, this is so pretty. This is such a beautiful card. Look at the squirrel with the nut or the acorn. Something again like a spiritual ritual here. We have candles. We have like an altar with all these like, you know, offerings here. Okay, it says rituals are your opportunity to establish a fruitful matrix of prosperity. Okay. You are being asked to take a deeper look at your habits. What are the spiritual patterns running in the background of your mind? Are they pulling you forward or holding you back? What must you understand before moving on? In the current situation, the pattern in which you are enmeshed is causing the result you see before you. Through ritual, you are free to embellish or change the outcome. Okay. Whatever you choose, this is the time to become conscious of all you have and why. You are in a new flow of gaining timely knowledge and your senses are heightened. This often brings an experience of clarity through the psychic channels. You may feel yourself becoming ultra-sensitive and telepathic and a bit overwhelmed at what to do with all the new energy. Oh my gosh. You have the Seven of Cups here. It's like, what do I do? A feeling of imposter syndrome. I don't know, maybe you are on a deeply spiritual learning path here, you know? Doesn't have to be spiritual. Maybe you're learning something new in another field. Take this time to inventory what you need more of and put your focus there. If you need grounding, create a gardening ritual. If you need emotional balance, work with the appropriate candles and crystals to help you manage that. If you struggle with your sleep patterns, begin a dream journal. So, yes, if you're ready to change your thinking, work with a new affirmation that depicts a new expanded version of what you desire. Nice. Okay, so speaking of rituals, there's something I've recently come across, and it has to do with words. So, you know how we say certain, the words, they're spelled, right? There's a spelling, correct spelling for words. Well, the word spelling alone is actually, if you think of it, is a spell. It's like a magical spell. So your thoughts, your words put a spell on things. So I don't know, I felt I needed to say this right now because, something about saying the right words about what you want to see here in your life, what you want to happen to, manifest, and using the right words will put a spell on that. So, okay, a good spell, a prosperity spell, an abundance spell, a love spell, okay? All right, Gemini, fantastic reading. You will find your answer. I just know it. And you already know the answer though, I feel. You already know it. You just have to like tune into it. Okay. Thank you so much, Gemini. Take care. Stay blessed. Have an epic month ahead. Thank you. Bye.